Hello everyone, my name is Daniel and this is the energy of the week of the 4th of December. What do we have this week? First, we begin the week with the moon in Virgo. The moon, our emotional response to the world, while it's in Virgo, wants everything to be a certain way. First you do this, then you do this, then you do this, step by step. So we have an amazing Earth trine today. It's a little Earth trine because it's from the Moon, Mercury, and Jupiter. The three of them are in a great configuration that says we begin the week planning, doing, looking forward. Mercury this week has its first trine to Jupiter retrograde. That means that this is gonna be happening 3 times because next week Mercury is gonna start retrograding. So this plan that we are beginning to visualize this week, the connection of Mercury and Jupiter is about planning, is about looking for the future, is about understanding opportunities that you can materialize and create like material opportunities from this planet. So we're gonna have this for 3 times because it's gonna go retrograde and then it's gonna go direct again. So the end of this story is gonna be in January. Actually, the 19th of January, the last part of the post-shadow retrograde of Mercury is when the things that we're talking about this week, finally, we're doing it. Finally, we're seeing the results, a connection between Jupiter and Mercury is that we have like these big words or this big energy to visualize something or to understand opportunities. So it can be great. So this week is perfect to connect with people, start talking about that project. It doesn't matter that it's gonna go retrograde. That means that it will probably take longer, that you will have like to review it, but you have to do it still. Another thing that happens is that Venus, the planet of desire, comes into Scorpio. The sign of transformation, of passion, Venus Scorpio is that energy that you want or you need or you desire something that you do so much that you want to be inside the skin of someone, like parents. Not its favorite place, but in this case, Venus is going to help us a lot. Last week, Venus fell into the South Node, and Venus falling into the South Node brought people from the past or patterns of behavior from the past that made us realize, okay, this people-pleasing energy, this no boundaries energy is not helping me grow. So I need to let it go. By the end of last week, Venus made a square to Pluto. So it showed us our dark side in relationships or power struggle. So Venus was kind of like coming from a rocky place. But this week she comes into Scorpio and the first thing she does is a trine to Saturn. So we desire what? Transformation. And we desire commitment. So we're working for that. After seeing the shadow, after seeing the things that we notice that we have to let go, now we are beginning a week that we're understanding that we have to embrace that process of transformation, that we have to peel our own skin to manifest the long-lasting stability that we want. All week, Venus is gonna be in a sextile to Mercury. And this is gonna get like kind of prolonged because Mercury is gonna retrograde. So it means that all week we're talking, we're planning, we're connecting with people. Personal planets very active means that in our social life, we are also very active. But again, since Mercury is gonna retrograde, we're gonna review these conversations. We're gonna review these plans. We're gonna, we kind of had the idea now and we start planning, but then the weeks later we fine tune the idea, we understood a little bit. Yeah, perfect. So just go and do it. Don't be afraid of Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is actually an opportunity to see the things that you're not seeing, to see from a different perspective, because actually it's the most important phase of Mercury is when life says pause. You need to reflect so we can actually question what we're saying, what we're planning, what we're doing to change it and to implant a new mindset. So this week is perfect. Go forward. Mercury very active. Another thing that happens is that by the end of the week, Venus makes an opposition to Jupiter. And this is like both of the, from traditional astrology, the best planets of the sky, Venus the desire, Jupiter the expansion, in a kind of tense or polarized situation. So we can see this energy in different ways. that we're either exaggerating our desires or our actions towards other, and we're like spending a lot of energy, or also it can be a very passionate and very romantic moment. It can depend on you. Also, another thing, since Venus rules money, and Taurus is the sign of money, is that we might be spending too much. We might be exaggerating. Oh, I met someone and like want to buy them something, or let's go like to this fancy dinner, and then you realize that you're just like throwing your energy, that can be your time, your energy, your money, your feelings away for these exaggerated things. So let's be mindful. This can be a very passionate energy in relationships, but also an energy that says, relax. Am I having too much expectations? Am I spending too much of my energy? Am I projecting too much on the other? You have to see, because also Venus just comes up like from falling into the south node. So we have to realize what are our patterns in relationships that are not helping us grow. So next weekend, we're gonna feel a lot about that. Anyway, other things that happen this week is that Neptune starts going direct, and this is a very subtle energy, because it's not like we feel like Neptune every day of our lives, but it means that for the last months, Neptune retrograde has made us reflect if our dreams have basis. And now that it's going direct is where actually the veil falls, and we understand if we're giving too much energy into aspirations that have actually like lack foundation. So we have to use these upcoming months to see, okay, maybe like before the summer I was like dreaming that I want to move to Europe, but now I realize I'm like, that doesn't make sense in this moment right now, because I need like more foundation to this, blah, blah, blah. You will understand. But it's a moment to reflect. The things that I aspire, the things that I dream, am I building a great foundation for them to happen? Because who is also in Pisces? Saturn. They are both living in Pisces. And for one hand, we have the dream, but for the other hand, we have the reality that says, you want to dream? You better fucking work for it. It's not like it's gonna manifest just because you aspire it. It's because it's gonna take time for you to manifest it. Next year, when Saturn like joins Neptune, or I think like end of 25, yeah, no, still, but it's when we actually in 2025, when they both join, is that it can be a great moment where we notice that the work that we've done from 2023 to 2024 is the one manifesting our dreams right now. So dreams take time and effort, but it's an energy that can be manifested. Anyway, what the moon does this week is very important. We begin the week with the moon in Virgo that wants everything perfect, and Monday is a very important day for like set the whole week with the earth trine, but then the moon squares on Tuesday both as the sun and Mars in Sagittarius. That can make us a bit like, I want this, but I also want this, and want everything perfect, juggling a lot of things, and like, okay, relax your anger. Then the moon is gonna move into Libra and is gonna fall into the south node, reminding us what are the things that we, as coping mechanism that we like normally do to give ourselves security, that we just understand after an eclipse season that they no longer provide the security that we need, or in the way that we need it. And this talks about our patterns of behaviors, of how sometimes we people please, we don't place boundaries, we accept, and we like, oh, that's not putting me in a good place. Then the moon by the end of the week is gonna be in Scorpio, is gonna join Venus that's already aligning with Jupiter. So the weekend sounds very romantic or sounds very passionate, but we're gonna have a new moon next week. So it means that the moon is losing its light, and we are understanding the things that we need to let go, the things that need to be released. So maybe it can be a very passionate, romantic weekend, but at the same time it's showing us what part of ourselves is no longer aligned to the person that we want now, or to the person that wants to connect to a certain person in our life right now. And even though passionate, it also reminds us how we are ending a year by releasing extra baggage to create new possibilities of manifestation on next year. So very important that before the new moon, we are realizing the things that we need to end, the conversations that we need to have, the patterns that we need to release. So yeah, anyway, I hope this information is good for you. Comment below, share this video if you like the energy of the week, and I'll see you soon.